Hi everyone, this is Sierra. Thanks for coming to my Flow and Sculpt class, and today we'll be working on flexibility as well as strength, because it's hard to safely have one without the other, and I really like to enjoy incorporating strength into my flows. We'll start off today in a seated position, allowing your shoulders to roll down your back. Nice long spine, a long line from the bottom all the way up through the top of your head. And maybe allowing your hands to come down to your knees or your thighs and your palms to open up. Just noticing your breath here. Notice what it feels like to just sit for a moment with only your inhales and your exhales to do. Together, taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. So start to drop your head over to the left side. Your left ear coming to your left shoulder, your right hand coming out to the side, palm facing the ground. And maybe just making some movements with your neck here, anything that feels right, taking a breath in. And then as you exhale, moving your head to the opposite side. So right ear to right shoulder. Left hand comes out, palm down. Again, any of those movements. When you're ready, deep breath in to fill up and a long breath out. Then just allowing your chin to come to your chest and rolling your head shoulder to shoulder, side to side. Inhaling as you reach your arms up and over your head, bringing your palms together, and then as you exhale, bringing your hands clasped behind your head at the base of your skull there, just adding a little extra tension, and just moving your head side to side a little bit, getting all the kinks out of your neck this morning. From here, taking your hands, clasping them behind your back, squeezing your palms together, and as you inhale, lifting up through your hands, broadening across through the chest, as you can see here. Inhaling to lift. Good. Always breathing out. And on those inhales, seeing if you can lift a little bit higher, really opening through your chest. When you're ready, exhaling, unwinding. Placing your left hand down as you inhale, reaching your right arm up and over, getting a nice long lengthening through that right side. One more breath in, and a long breath out. Switching sides here, bringing the right hand down and inhaling as your left arm comes up and over, trying to keep both of your sits bones down on the mat here, and maybe coming down onto your forearm if you can. Opening up through the chest. Don't let your shoulder curl down, just broadening, opening up towards the ceiling. Coming back to center now, making sure one of your lower legs is out in front. And then inhaling to reach up, and as you exhale, hinging from your hips, folding forward, letting any tension go that's in your neck and your head here, getting heavy. Maybe you want to bring a block underneath your forehead, or folding your arms on top of each other and placing your head there. Just breathing through this, maybe on your exhale, seeing if you can hinge a little bit more forward. Opening up through that hip, you might feel it more on the side of the leg that's ahead. And you're going to come back up. Switch legs that are in front. Inhale as you reach up, and exhale again to fold. You'll notice in yoga you do a lot of closing or folding in on your exhales and a lot of opening up on your inhales. Connected to the breath a lot throughout the practice. Here, just allowing your body to mold into the pose. A few more breaths, and then starting to walk your hands back up. Swiggling out your shoulders a bit, inhaling again, reaching your arms up over your head, palms press. Exhale, hands to heart, thumb pressing right into the center of your chest here. And now we're coming into a tabletop position. Your wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips here. Tops of your feet on the floor, coming into cat and cow. So cat, press into the floor, arch your back, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly. Exhale, cat, drop your head, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, cow, belly drops, tailbone lifts, broadening on the chest. Exhale, cat, arched back, just like a frightened cat, one of those Halloween ones. Inhale, cow. And going through this cat and cow a few more times with your own breath. Nice to warm up the spine. From here, we're coming into a lifted table. So press into the tops of your feet, lifting your knees just a few inches off the floor, engaging your core, pull that belly button towards the spine, and continue to breathe here. So holding this for a few moments. Maybe see if you can lower down a little bit. Don't quite touch the floor with your knees, but challenge yourself. Getting close, and bring your knees down. Great. From here, widen your knees, allow your hips to drop back, big toes come together, arms reach forward into child's pose. With every breath in, maybe seeing if you can walk your fingers a little further forward and drop your hips towards your heels on your exhales. This is a pose you can choose at any time you need during the class. When you're ready, coming up to that tabletop position again. From here, tuck your toes under, take a breath in, and on an exhale, lift your hips into the air so you look like an upside down V. Maybe need to walk your hands forward. Make sure your middle fingers are pointing towards the front of your mat. Bend your knees a little bit here. See if you can lift your hips a little bit higher. You don't have to have your heels on the floor, but if you wish, you can drop your heels more towards the floor. Coming forward into a plank position now. Nice long back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Flowing here as you inhale, rolling forward. Shoulders will come over your wrists into your plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, flow forward and like a wave, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Another one of those planks, rolling forward. Once you're here, bringing your right arm out to the corner of your mat, keeping yourself stabilized. You'll feel your body starting to shake a little bit here. Just keep with your breath, engaging that core. Bring right hand back. Left hand will go out to the corner of your mat now. Just coming up onto the fingertips of that hand. Strong in the body, flexible in the mind here. Coming back to plank. And downward facing dog. So feet are about hip width apart, hands shoulder width. Chest is pressing towards your thighs in your down dog. You may wish to pedal out your feet a bit here, waking up your lower body for the day. Inhale, three-legged dog. Right leg lifts, toes point down. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring that right knee towards your chin. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale this time, right knee comes towards your left elbow, then drop your right foot to the floor. Inhale, reaching that left hand up. Falling star. Then we're doing hip dips. 1, drop your hip. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Bring that left hand down. Really stabilize your core as you pull that right leg back up and through three-legged dog. And stepping your right foot in between your hands. Coming into that runner's lunge. So you're back up on your toes of your left foot. Then bringing that left knee down, planting your right foot flat on the mat. Shift your hips so they're over your left knee. And inhale as you reach your arms up to the sky, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart. Bringing your left hand to the outside of your right thigh and your right hand to your lower back. Inhale to get up nice and tall here in your spine. And then on your exhale, just seeing if you can rotate a little bit, engaging your core and moving from your lower belly. Just a gentle twist here. Planting your hands on either side of that right foot now, shifting your hips back towards your back foot, maybe pointing your right foot, or you can flex your toes back. Point here is keep your spine nice and long. Inhaling as you lengthen your spine and exhaling as you fold a bit more forward. Up on your fingertips if you wish here. This is half monkey. Then when you're finished with that, you've had enough. Starting to walk your hands forward, tuck your back toes under, plant your left hand, and inhale, reach your right arm up into a twisted lunge. Imagining that there is a big, nice long line from your left hand all the way out through your right hand. Bringing your right hand down now towards the front and just walking your way towards the middle, coming into a wide leg forward fold. Your big toes can be pointed inwards slightly. Just folding forward, hinging at the hips, pressing into your hands, almost imagining them like suction cups so they can help to bring your upper body towards your thighs. You can always use an inhale to lengthen your spine, pushing into the ground, lifting your chest, and your exhales to press a little further down. And do any movement that feels right, like maybe you want to shift side to side a bit. And then when you're ready, walking your hands now towards your left foot and the back of your mat, bringing your right knee down and inhaling as you reach crescent moon, exhaling hands to heart. This time bringing your right hand to the outside of your left thigh and your left hand to your lower back, inhaling to get nice and tall. And as you exhale, twisting from your lower belly, you can use that right hand to press into that thigh to help you get a better twist. When you're ready, both hands come on either side of your front foot, pressing your hips back, getting a nice long lengthening through that left hamstring. Again, you can point your foot, you can flex your toes back towards your face, just remembering on your exhales to see if you can just lean into this pose a bit more, folding from the hips. You can use blocks under your hands too if you have those. When you're ready, walking your hands forward, tucking your back foot under. Press your right hand into the floor and inhale, lifting up through your left into a revolved lunge. Bringing that left hand down now, walking your hands through that wide leg forward fold all the way to the front so they're on either side of your right foot, and stepping back to your downward facing dog. Imagining pressing your thighs to the back of the room, your upper chest towards your thighs, maybe just pedaling out here. And then when you're ready, inhaling as you lift your left leg up towards the sky, dropping your left foot, bending your left knee. Left foot is going back towards your bottom here, really opening up through that hip. Inhale, lifting your foot. Exhale, bringing it down. This time, inhale, lift your right foot. Drop that foot back, bending through the knee. When you're ready, straighten and drop your right foot down. Inhaling again, lifting your left. Exhale, coming into that left knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. We're doing the opposite side here. Exhale, left knee to your chin. Inhale, foot lifts. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, and planting your left foot on the floor. Inhaling your right arm up into fallen star. Doing those hip dips here. So as you lift on an inhale, drop your hips down as you exhale. Just a few of these. Last lift, planting your right hand, using your core to lift that left foot up and through three-legged dog, and then bringing it down and walking your way. Now coming into ragdoll position. So you're folded forward from your hips, just like a hinge. Feet are wide apart on the mat, about mat width. Maybe coming so your arms are elbow to elbow, and making sure there is no tension and resistance in your spine or neck or head. Just let all the tension melt out and drop onto the mat. And you may want to sway. Then bringing your feet hip width apart and coming into gorilla pose. So tucking your hands beneath your feet, bringing your toes right in line with your wrists here, and maybe pressing into your hands. You can bend your knees as much as you want. You can straighten your legs. Just watching your balance here. You can shift forward and back a bit, but just be careful, because I've gone forward before, a little too far. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press your feet into the ground and lift your arms to rise all the way up, tall mountain. Exhaling, hands to heart. Finding mountain pose here, so feet are about hip width apart. Bringing your hands down to your sides. Tucking your tailbone under just slightly and engaging your core. Inhaling to lift up, tall mountain. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Folding forward, bringing your hands all the way down. This is forward fold. Inhaling to a nice flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your plank pose. And you can come to your knees in your plank if you wish, or keep them lifted. Breath in here, we're going through some up downs. So coming onto your right forearm, left hand, right hand. Left forearm, right hand, left hand. Right forearm, left hand, right hand. Left forearm, right hand, left hand. Right forearm, left hand, right hand. Pausing here. Oh, one more. Coming to your plank, shift forward on your toes so your wrists are under your shoulders. Lower down, elbows are tucked in, come all the way to the floor. Tops of your feet come down, hands are planted. Press in, inhale, lift, upward facing dog. You can keep your thighs on the ground or you can lift them. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips come up and back. Again, your heels do not need to touch. Taking a few breaths here. When you're ready, bending your knees, looking forward, and walking your way to the front of the mat. Inhaling to a flat back so your hands can touch your shins, your thighs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lifting all the way up to tall mountain. And exhaling, hands to heart. So we'll go through that one more time. If you need to fix your ponytail or anything, take a drink, feel free, now's a good time. Pausing for a few breaths in your mountain. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hinge at those hips, fold forward. Inhale, coming up to your flat back. So a nice long line from the bottom of your spine all the way out through the top of your head. That's why we call it flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to your plank pose. Coming into those up downs again. So this time, starting with our left forearm, then our right, and pressing back up. So just going through a few of these on your own. Always doing one forearm and then the other, and switching sides the next time. Your last up down here, coming up to your plank. Make sure your shoulders are above your wrists. Shift forward on your toes, keeping your elbows in and tucked in. Lowering slowly down. Tops of your feet on the ground. Pressing into your hands. Inhaling, lifting up, shoulders come back. Upward facing dog. Opening through the chest. Exhaling, downward facing dog. From here, we're coming straight into child's pose. Bringing your knees down wide as the mat. Big toes together, hips drop back, reaching forward. You can also choose to bring your arms back if your shoulders are tired. Back down to your sides and your palms facing up, and you can move your head to either side if you wish. When you're ready, pressing back up. Walking your hands forward here, tucking your toes under, coming back into downward facing dog. Inhaling, reaching your right leg up and back. Exhaling, planting that right foot close to in between your hands. Inhale as you rise your arms up to warrior one. Back foot is planted, the bottom of your foot on the mat at a 30-45 degree angle. Your front knee doesn't go past your ankle. Making sure your shoulders are square with the front of the mat, but your hips will probably naturally be on an angle. Inhale here as you open warrior two. Back foot comes parallel with the back of the mat, bending into your front knee, and your shoulders are over your hips. Right arm out front, left arm out back. Taking a breath in and out. Inhale, coming to reverse warrior. Left arm slides down your back leg, right arm up and over. Exhaling now, bringing your right forearm to your right thigh, left arm comes up and over. Nice long line, your left pinky finger to your left pinky toe. Coming back now, reversing that warrior again. And then coming back into your warrior two, sinking into that front knee. Make sure it doesn't go past your ankle though. Now coming into a high lunge. So the change is you're up on the toes of your back foot. You might need to step your back foot in more for a more stable base like me. Like I said, finding my balance here. Inhaling as I reach my arms up. I'm going to go through some lunges. Breath in, exhale, bending that knee, almost touching the floor. Inhale, come back up. Exhale to lunge, bending your left knee. Inhale to come back up. Last time here. Bending left knee, pressing into my front right foot, using that to propel me forward into warrior three. Standing on my right foot, back left foot is up in the air and flexed. Arms are at my sides, airplane arms. Picking a spot on the floor that doesn't move here. And then bringing my hands down into a standing splits. So pointing through your left foot, keeping it lifted, or maybe flexing your left toes, then dropping your left toes down and back up. Getting some glute action here, down and back up, down and up. Down one more time, lift it up, this time dropping your left foot over to the opposite side of your mat and back up. Crossing it like a little curtsy lunge and back up. Bending your right knee, curtsy lunge, lifting up. Last time here, lifting that left foot up and bending, dropping beside your right. Inhale to your nice flat back. Exhaling to fold. Inhale as you press into your feet to lift yourself all the way up to high mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. So we'll be repeating that all on the opposite side. Stepping back this time with your right foot so your left knee is forward, coming into warrior one. Again, your right foot in the back is planted on an angle. Inhale as you reach your arms up, bending into that front knee. So I'm just switching sides here so I can show you, but I've still got my left knee forward. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale to maybe sink down into that a bit. On your next breath in, what we will do is open warrior two. Back foot comes parallel with the back of the mat. Shoulders are above your hips here. Make sure that your left knee is not coming in towards the midline. Make sure it's nice and straight and forward and not past your ankle. Inhale here, reverse your warrior. Right hand slides down your back leg, left arm reaches up, really feeling that lengthening through the side. Exhale, planting your left forearm, left thigh. Inhale, right arm up. Nice long line, right pinkies through your right toe. Right pinky toe, that is. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Again, really lengthening through our sides here. And then coming into a high lunge or a high crescent lunge. So you're up on the toes of your back right foot here. You may need to stabilize your base and step forward or back. Just shortening the space between your feet. Inhale, high lunge. On your exhales, dropping that knee, coming into that lunge. Inhale up. Exhale, lunge it out. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lunge, planting your front foot nice and firmly, lifting into warrior three. I have a little bit of hard time with my left foot balance sometimes. So if you're struggling a bit through this, I feel you. So flexing through your back foot, imagining you've got it pressed up through a wall. And when you're ready, you can bring your hands down to the floor into that standing splits with your right leg lifted. Inhaling as you lift it up and exhaling as you drop it down into those toe taps. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. So just the straight-legged toe taps moving into the curtsy lunge. So bending your left knee, dropping your right foot to the side, bringing it back up. Last one, bring your feet together to meet. Inhale to that flat back. Exhale, fold, coming into ultimately a bent knee ragdoll pose. Letting everything get nice and heavy, just wringing it all out. Then we're going to come into a small ball here. So coming up onto your toes as much as you can and onto the fingertips. And tucking your chin in so you curl up and do a nice little small ball. When you're ready, bringing your hands behind you to steady yourself. Just coming down onto your bottom. And from here, we're going to come to boat pose. So you can keep your feet on the floor for this and your hands on the floor if you wish. But one of the key things is a nice long line from the bottom of your spine out the top of your head. So you can bring your feet up with your lower legs parallel to the floor, your feet flexed, and you can bring your arms out as well. Breathing steadily here, engaging your core, and imagining a nice long spine. Then lowering down, almost touching the floor, but not quite. Exhale as you come back up. Lower down, half boat, back up, exhale. Inhaling to lower, pulling that belly button to spine, exhale. Inhale to lower down. This time we're pausing here, holding it. You've got it. And when you're ready, letting your body come down to the floor, coming into bound angle pose. So the bottoms of your feet come together, knees fall to the side. Your palms come up to face the ceiling and your arms are down at your sides. Allowing your eyes to close here, starting to slow it all down. Then, stacking your right knee on top of your left, bringing your arms both out at your sides like a T, out from your shoulders, and looking out over your right shoulder while your knees are to the left. So a nice twist here. You can increase the twist by using your left hand on your left thigh here, just to wring yourself out a bit more. Then bringing your feet onto the mat, shifting your hips over to the left and dropping your knees this time to the right. I'm using my right hand just to increase the twist, and my left arm is out straight at my side. I'm looking out over my left shoulder. Twists are a nice way to close off your practice, allowing you to stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system and just slow your heart rate and slow your breathing. From here, curling everything up into a small ball, bringing your chin towards your knees, maybe rocking side to side a little bit, and just moving your knees around, using your hands, mix it up, and then finally coming to our last pose, Shavasana, or corpse pose. So tucking your hips a bit more under your body and also tucking your shoulders a bit more under your body, just to really open everything up. Let your feet fall mat width apart and opening up to the sides. Relax between your eyes, behind your ears. Let the tension fade from your mouth. And just be. Letting any thoughts just float through your mind. Not adding any extra information to it. And just noticing what you're thinking. And is it worth it? This is one of the hardest poses for people, learning to calm. So now inhaling, reaching up through your hands, pointing through your toes, getting as long as you can, and then coming onto your side, just curling up into that fetal position, just soaking in everything for another moment. Pushing up to a seated position, coming into easy pose, so that cross-legged position. Together, inhaling, reaching your arms up over your head, pressing your palms together, and exhaling down to your heart. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be at peace, and may you live with ease. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today.